Alright, back to it. Where are you? Damien. Good old Damien. Alright. So now, I'm gonna do what I said yesterday, and we're gonna try to beat the game. And first course of action is to go to the clock tower. Which we haven't been to yet on the other castle, I don't think. Oh, we're already fighting a boss? It's a giant bat. Oh no, Darkwing bat. Darkwing duck? Ah, you got a weird hitbox. Come on. I've never seen him do that attack before. That's new. Maybe usually because I stun lock him with holy water so much that I don't even see it. Come on, get down here. Where are you going? Oh wait, I need to equip... Yeah, I need to equip this stuff. There we go. Equip those stat boosters. That should help. There we go. Makes all the difference. It made all the difference when I put those rings on. So we got the Ring of Vlad. That's 1 out of 5. Now we just got 4 more to go. But yeah, we're in the clock tower section, which there isn't a whole lot of reason to go here in the normal castle. Because there's no... I don't think there's a boss here. Actually, there might be. Oh yeah, I think it's Malphus, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Malphus. I don't know why I was drawing a blank on that. Alright, there's a secret wall here somewhere. Not over here. Die in 1 hit. Oh, you got some TNT. Aw, man. Come on, take me to the secret wall. Right here, yeah. Is this... Oh no, is it right here? No? Is it over there? Hold on. I know there's a secret wall here somewhere that takes you... Is it really over there? I think it is. It might be over here somewhere. Might be drawing a blank again. Stop doing that. Dude, Alucard. Like, I'm trying to do the downward diagonal hit, and he'll just go back to doing it straight forward. I'm like, bro, I'm pressing down and directional on the D-pad. Quit fucking with me. Where is that secret room? Is it down here? Yo, where is the secret room at? Because I know there is one. Yeah, there has to be. I know there's one here. Why am I not finding it, though? I swear it's right here. Let me try something real quick. Oh, that's a one-hander? But it's a two-handed weapon. Huh. That's very bizarre. Alright, whatever. Very bizarre. Okay. TNT, maybe? No, that wasn't it. I swear it was right here. Nope, that ain't it either. I guess it's just not there. I guess it's just not there. I could have sworn it was. Unless it's up here, which I doubt. Or is it... Oh, it's probably... Oh! Because it's this way. That's why. I just wasted a bunch of time for nothing, because it's over here. There we go, now we got some people coming in here. Now I know there is a breakable wall here. Which... Oh, no, it's not breakable, it's just right here. There's a bunch of floating armors. We got ourselves an HP max up, and I think on the other side... Hello, I have a weird question of discussion from someone I talked to before. What's that? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Okay. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? I can't really remember. You can't remember. Maybe it was about Danny? Maybe it was about him. I think we should discuss Danny. I think we should discuss what should be done with him. Get out of here. Now, there is a secret here, much like in Rondo of Blood. There's a bunch of switches you can press, which will unlock a door, but I'm not going to go through the effort of doing that, because I'm not trying to 100% this game. It's just too much of a hassle. Frame rates. One of my friends said that at 60 FPS, while preferable, is unneeded or unnecessary for most games, which I disagree. I would say... Okay. I would prefer most games I play to be at 60 FPS nowadays because that's what I'm used to. What I don't like, however, is when something is inconsistent. I'm okay with having a game that has a frame rate of like 30. But if it's 30 FPS, it better stay consistent. I don't want to see any hiccups. That's when it gets annoying. I don't really care about the amount of frames. What I care about is consistency. As long as it's consistent and there's no hiccups anywhere, it's fine. Because it can be 30, it can be 60, and I'll still be immersed just fine. It's just that when it's inconsistent and there's hiccups in the frame rate, that causes me to go, I don't like that. Don't like that very much. Also, we just picked up the dragon helmet, which gives us a pretty big boost in stats, frightens enemy, and lowers defense. So now we have the opportunity to go pick up our stuff. And by stuff, I mean our Alucard gear. The stuff that we had at the beginning of the game. Oh, look at that smart potion. Luminous. Luminous! How good is that? Oh, well, no, actually, that's good. That's... Wow, that gives us a... Wow, okay. 8 increase. A sword forged by elves. That's actually pretty good. And it's got better... I like this too anyway, so... Even though we don't have the cool semicircle attack, I don't really care because this thing is longer, has better attack overall, so I don't mind. I'm gonna take it. It was nice knowing you, Werebane. Alright. I hate how this version of the game, there's like a little glitch with this game to where even if you fill out some of the map, it won't, like, register sometimes. Like, it'll register, but it won't do it immediately. You'll have to wait until, like, you go to another room or something for it to actually fill out. It's really dumb. Every time. Every new area that we go in, I'm gonna hum the music. Every time. I end up doing it every single time we go to a new area. Okay, nothing up here? Nothing? Oh, okay. But there's a door over there. Well, that just goes back. Again, I'm not pressed over the map completion on this. I've already gotten... I think I've already 100% of this game twice already on this account. I'm not in the mood to do it again. I think I'm not looking forward to 100%ing Harmony of Dissonance, Circle of the Moon. Matter of fact, a lot of the Metroidvanias I'm not really interested in 100%ing. Aria of Sorrow was the easiest, I think. Matter of fact, I think that one might have been the easiest one to 100% because that's the one game that doesn't have a bunch of stupid gimmick doors. Because in a lot of these Metroidvania games, they have these doors that have stupid gimmicks attached to them, like seals, locks, keys, slots. Like in Dawn of Sorrow, there's those stupid doors that require you to have your money, like the last 3 digits of your gold, matched up to a certain number for it to open. That's dumb. That is incredibly dumb. So I'm definitely not looking forward to attempting to 100% that. It's just, I think for most of the Metroidvanias, I'm just gonna try to just kind of breeze through them. Alright. Well, we're back to 0 peeps. No more peeps. Oh, so this is a stone skull. You can't kill these guys, no matter what. They're just an obstacle. It's not one of those things where you can just hit them 100 times and then they'll die eventually. Nope, they will not die. Despite them being part of the bestiary, which is strange. I mean, I guess blood skeletons are like that too. But you gotta be careful not to touch these guys because if you touch them, they do a significant amount of damage. So yeah, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. So we have a warp room, and this time, since it's upside down, we have to use this platform to do it. Where would this even take us? I don't even know where... It would just put us right back here, wouldn't it? Yeah, there's no other... Okay, yeah, it's just gonna put us right back there. Yeah, okay. Alright, so so we still only got 1 item. We still need to go find the other 4. Now, there are a lot of bosses in this castle, but you only need to go fight the required 5. I say that because there is a optional boss in this game, which is arguably the hardest boss in the game. And we'll get to that when we get there, because even though I'm not trying to 100% the game, I do want to fight him. I'm going to fight this boss, because I gotta fight him. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. God, okay, I'm getting fucked up by these jackbones. Who is it? I see 1 peep has entered the domain. Ah, there we go, it's Card. Galamoth time, yep. You know what I'm talking about. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Well, maybe not right now, because we're still early in the Urnberger Castle, but we're gonna do it. But we gotta fight this guy, though. Oh, not right now. Just meant, like... So, if I remember right, Scarlet told me that I can get the Fist of Tulkas from these guys. But, at the same time, we can get the Chrysogrim from the Shmooze. So, in this room, this hallway, we can grind for 2 overpowered weapons, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. These are where we're going to get the best weapons in the game. This one hallway. Please drop it. Nope, you can drop it. At least we have some cool music. I like this track. My favorite boss, Galamoth. Yeah, I think Galamoth is my favorite boss in this game because he's the only one that's not piss easy to beat. Almost every other boss in this game is pretty easy. I would say... who else would I say that I like? I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of classic bosses in here, like Slogger and Gaibon and Medusa and the Giant Bat. But Galamoth is just so cool. We're gonna get that Chrysogrim. We're gonna get that Fist of Tulkas, just you wait. To be fair, Galamoth, he is easily cheesable. I mean, every boss in this game is easily cheesable, let's be honest with ourselves. It's just that... I'm speaking from a vanilla perspective. If you're... From a perspective of just trying to play the game as intended without any cheese, Galamoth is the hardest. I still think that, even then, every other boss in this game is piss easy. Even when you're playing this game as intended, every boss in this game is pretty easy. But Galamoth is ridiculous. But yeah, just like any other boss, you can cheese them. You can cheese every boss in this game. Level up, nice. Come on, give me that Chrysogrim and the Fist of Tulkas. I want to see that JoJo action. Hopefully we can beat this today. I mean, I think we will. We should be able to beat it today. Oh my god, stop! What kind of a name of an enemy is Shmoo? Some delicious hot schmooze. Man, I should have named that the... I'm probably gonna do that in post. I'm gonna name the title of this stream Delicious Hot Schmooze. Because I didn't realize we were gonna be having to grind for Chrysogrim today. Just gonna be grinding on schmooze. Delicious hot schmooze. It's some sort of obscure reference. I mean, I'm sure it is. I mean, most monsters in this game are based off folklore. So I'm sure the Shmoo is based off some, like... Oh, I thought that was the Fist of Tulkas. It was just a gauntlet. Had me scared for a minute. Thought I was gonna lose it. But, like, yeah, there's a bunch of Castlevania enemies that are based on, like, folklore from other regions of the world. Like Celtic, Irish... Asian. There's like global like mythologies and cryptids and shit in this game. Oh, we got the Fist of Tulkas. Alright. I've never gotten this weapon before. So this is my first time using it, so I'm curious to see what this weapon is like. I've never gotten this weapon before. Blessed by the Tulkas of the Valar. Valar. Alright, let's see what it does. Oh, it's just... Oh, it's just his punching, but his fist is glowing this time. Oh, oh, look at that. He throws fireballs. He throws a Hadouken. He throws a Hadouken. These enemies are based on the Wizard of Oz, but Schmooze is the name after something else. Oh, okay. Wait, I didn't even check the stats. Is this stronger than the Luminous? Oh, it is. Alright, I guess we'll just keep this. Until we get the Chrysogrim. Punch. Oh! Wait. Okay, so you can... Okay, so you can punch in the air, because I noticed when you do normal punches in the air, sometimes they'll do this downward angle shit. Okay, it only does that when you're going down. Okay, that's helpful. Ah, I tried to... Eat a Hadouken. There you go. Here, eat a Hadouken. Eat a Hadouken. This is gonna take some getting used to. You gotta get up and close to these guys. Come on, I just need that Chrysogrim. Preferably 2 of them. If I can get 2 Chrysogrims, that'd be perfect, because then I can just spam the upper... Whoa, 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 what? What, why did that happen? Is that a random thing? Why did that happen? I just went ora, ora, ora! Is that random chance? I wasn't mashing the button. You'd think that would be like a mash move, but it wasn't. What are you... Did I do something? Oh. Oh, so it's a semicircle attack. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. I love how the lions faceplant when you kill them, like they're mildly annoyed that you killed them. I didn't even notice that. Hold on a second. What? Come on, just... Oh, I see it. It's just... Oh, they facepalm. Like, man... We got killed by a dude using his fists. This is fucking stupid. He's like protection from dark. What the fuck? Oh, that must have been the fairy that did that. God, that move is so inconsistent. Ah, get back here. God, why are you guys running away from me? You notice that? They're running from me. Why are you backing away from me? Are you gonna use the shield rod? I don't even know how to use that thing. I'm aware that it's a cheese weapon and it's really overpowered, but I have no idea how that thing works. I have no idea how the hell that thing works. I have it. Oh, wait, do I? No, I have the holy rod, don't I? Let me look. I have the holy rod. Do I have the shield rod? I think I do. Yeah, there it is, shield rod. Yeah. I don't know how to use that thing. I've attempted it for a while, but I just don't know. For some reason, I never bothered looking it up on the internet how to do it, because I just didn't care. I just didn't fucking care. But if you want to tell me how it's done, then yeah, go ahead and tell me, because I don't know. I don't know how to use it. Never bothered. I think the reason why I never bothered to learn was because there's already so many overpowered weapons in this game that I just never cared. Like, the Chrysogrim is overpowered, the Alucard shield, or the Alucard sword is overpowered, the Fist of Tulkas is overpowered. Like, everything in this game is overpowered. If you equip a shield and the rod and press the buttons at the same time. Oh. Let's try it out. Equip a shield at the same time. How about we equip that, where is it? Where's that other shield at? I know I got one. Did I only have one shield? I think I've only got... Oh, Herald Shield. Here we go. What happens? Oh, yeah. Okay, summon stuff. Okay. I don't know why I never bothered to figure this stuff out. Oh, I quit. Fucking dumbass. Put the shield rod back on. There we go. What does this one do? Oh. And that gives me what? That gives me defense. Okay. That's neat. It's helpful. Too bad I never needed it, ever. I guess it was never that useful since I never bothered having to use it for anything. It's nice though, I mean it's neat. Here, let me, give me that miso soup. Let me eat some of that. 20? Yeah, fuck you. Okay, I want to get that Chrysogrim. I definitely want to get that Chrysogrim before we do anything else, because once we get that Chrysogrim, we're gonna tear through everything so much easier. I mean, this Fist of Tolkis is nice, but having that Chrysogrim is gonna change everything. Shield Rod plus Alucard Shield makes you invincible. Oh, that's why. Gotcha. That would be pretty helpful. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh. Come on, give me a Chrysogrim, please. Did I just say please? What am I, the shitty walk owner? Oh, look at that shitty walk owner. He wouldn't even harm a fry. He wouldn't even harm a fry. It is stupidly broken, but once again, everything is broken. Yeah, I was about to say, it's like... like I said, everything in this game is broken. There's like a dozen broken things in this game that you can do to cheese everything. It's just like, that's why I never bothered to learn it. Because I've already beaten and 100% this game multiple times with other methods, so I'm just like, you know what's the point in me learning about the shield rod? What's the point in me learning about anything else? Because I've already done it a bunch. But I guess that is neat. I guess that's pretty dope. Come on, give me a Chrysogrim, pre shitty rock, pre. You want order? Yeah, can I take an order, pre? Can I take a fucking order, pre? You know what? I'm gonna go back to the Luminous for this, just because. I'm not a fan of the Fist, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm more consistent with the sword. It's got longer range, I know where it's gonna hit, it has a bigger line of fire. I'm just gonna keep using this. I'm a swordsman, not a boxer. I wasn't raised in street. I mean, I was. I mean, personally I was, but not Alucard wasn't. Alucard was not raised in street. But I don't know that, though, because I don't know his childhood. Maybe he was raised in street. Maybe he is about that life. I don't know. They don't give us enough info about his childhood, so I don't give a shit. What can I talk about? Oh. I recently decided to get the Atari Flashbacks collection for the Switch. Because I like me some Atari games. They're old but gold, you know? They're charming. They're like little time wasters. That's a good way to view them. They're just little time wasters. I also bought it because it's winter right now, because it's winter, and we live up in the mountains, so we tend to get a lot of snow. So I mostly bought it because there's a very, very high likelihood that the power could go out at any day. And if that happens, then, you know, I got something to do on my Switch, just to kill time. Got like 100 games to choose from on there just to kill time, like Asteroids, Missile Command, and such. Breakout. Too bad it doesn't have Space Invaders, though. That kind of sucks. God, you guys need to drop a crucigram. I have had much easier runs than this before. I swear, I'm gonna level up a shit ton just by being here. And then by the time I make it to Dracula, or even Galamoth for that matter, I'm gonna just tear through everybody because of how much levels I got from being in here. And speaking of levels, I was playing Dark Souls earlier again today, trying to make more progress in that. I beat the Moss Butterfly, and I beat the 2 Gargoyles. And I was afraid of the Gargoyles because I've seen so many infamous, like, rage clips and people playing that specific part in the game and just getting their fucking ass kicked. I was like, oh my god, it's these guys, it's the Gargoyles, oh my god. But they were pretty easy, they're not that bad. It was just a matter of killing one fast enough before the other one made it close to you. That way they wouldn't gang up on you. So I just had to make quick work of the first gargoyle before the other one came in. And then it was just smooth sailing from there. Fuck, 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 fuck. I did the gargoyles much later than I was supposed to. So well, that's the thing. There's no way of really telling when or where you're supposed to be. So, like, honestly, I think I might have shown up later than I was supposed to also. Because I noticed I was dealing an immense amount of damage to them. So part of me was like, yeah, maybe I was too powerful for them. Maybe I was supposed to come there earlier. But the game, for a first-time player, doesn't really do a good job of guiding you as to where to go. Especially considering the fact that every enemy in the game can kill you in 3 hits. It's not like Final Fantasy where if you go the wrong direction, you get absolutely pummeled by everything. You're like, okay, I can't touch those guys are too strong. Every enemy in the game is like that. So it's tough to indicate where or when exactly you're supposed to go. But I'm like, whatever. I mean, if I beat him, I beat him. Right? If I beat him, I beat him. And right now, I'm currently in the skeleton catacombs. Which, again, I don't know if I'm supposed to be there or not yet, but... You're supposed to kill them before the butterfly? Wow, okay. Yeah. So, because what I did, I killed the Taurus demon, and then I made it to the Darkwood area. And then once I made it to the Darkwood area, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep exploring here, and then I killed the butterfly. And then I had to backtrack, because I'm like, okay, there's nothing else I could do here. But it's like, the butterfly was, I would say, easier than the gargoyles, because all you had to do was just hit it with bows and arrows. That's all you had to do was just shoot it with arrows over and over again. And just dodge its stupid pollen attack? Light pollen thing? Attack? But no, yeah, Dark Souls is just, it's weird because the game doesn't do a very good job of telling you where you need to go. I'm not asking the game to be handholdy or anything, it's just that, again, like with Final Fantasy, like, or even Borderlands. Borderlands had this thing that would tell you if an enemy was too strong for you by putting a skull on their health bar. They'd put a skull on their health bar to tell you that, oh, by the way, this enemy is way too strong for you, you probably shouldn't fight this thing. I really like Dark Souls, but there's one section that is horrible and I will never defend. Which one's that? Which section's that? Let's see. Okay, so we already did... It's called Tomb of the Giants. Be careful when you get there. I don't like the name of that. Tomb of the Giants. Don't like the name of that. Okay, oh, actually, you know what? Since you're here, since you seem to know about Dark Souls a little bit, when am I supposed to fight that Hydra? Because he's in the Darkwood area, but when you get close to him, he starts shooting those giant balls of water or whatever at you, and they do a crazy amount of damage. Are you supposed to be there? Do they expect you to just walk past all that stuff and go fight him? Are you supposed to fight the Hydra after the butterfly and after the gargoyles? Or is he like for much later? You know what I'm talking about, right? The Hydra, like the multi-headed snake thing. I don't know if it's specifically called the Hydra in this game. It might be called something totally different. Knowing Dark Souls, it's probably called something way different. But it looks like a Hydra. Where it's guarded by all those giant crystal-looking golems and shit. In the forest. Wait, where is that? Oh yeah, that's the library. I'm an idiot. Okay. Why did I leave? Yeah, he's tough. I don't know when exactly. Personally, I would say wait until after you ring both the bells. Okay, alright. Alright. I rang one of the bells, so I just need to ring another? Alright, well shit. He's only really guarding the DLC area. What? Where might the other bell be at? Because I'm at the skeleton catacombs. Is it anywhere in that direction? Because if it's not, then I'm not going there. Because the skeletons are, proven to be a little bit tough. Something tells me I'm not supposed to be there right now. Oh my god. I recognize you from Order of Ecclesia. Tin Man. If we go down here, oh my god, look at that! It's the old library room. We can get a bunch of rings. Oh, and here we get $50 instead of 20. I might take advantage of that. There's a lot of things to take advantage of in this library. I gotta take advantage of the chrysogram, and I gotta take advantage of the $50. Come on, man. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And here I thought ringing the one bell did something, but no, I gotta ring two of them? Shit. I got cocky and I decided to kill the, I forgot his name. That fat onion-looking knight with the pumpkin head armor and shit. You know what I'm talking about, the fat knight. I killed that dude who was guarding the gates, just because I thought I could. I killed him, he was tough as shit. I don't know if that does anything, but... The catacombs lead to the tomb. Oh no, so I don't want to be there. Okay. Alright, well, I will keep that in mind. That leads to the Tomb of the Giants. Alright. Good thing I asked you, because if I kept going that way, then that means I would have found out the hard way. You should have a key that leads somewhere in the Undead Burg. Yeah, okay, so I got a key when I fought the gargoyles, or was it the moss butterfly? I think it was the butterfly. I think when I fought the butterfly, I got a key from the dead blacksmith, and it gave me a key to the watchtower, which led back to Undead Burg. So I have that. I made it back there, which is why I made it back to, which is why I went back to the skeleton catacombs, because I thought that was the only place I needed to go. I'm assuming I need to take the elevator back up. Let me think. Because reasonably, I was like, okay, if I'm back here, then I can go fight the skeletons. Because the skeletons were pretty tough in the beginning of the game. I'm like, okay, I'm not supposed to fight these guys yet. So, deductively, I said, okay, I'll just fight these guys now, since the game wants me to come back here. So I went to the skeleton catacombs, so I guess I'm not supposed to be there yet. But there's also that elevator that takes you back up somewhere in that same area, so I might have to take that option then. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but keep looking around in Undeadburg. Have you found any dog enemies yet? Nope. I don't think I found any dog enemies yet. I fought some rats, some poisonous rats, that when I got bit by them, I was like, why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic? Yep, I'm toxic. Now I can finally have a DSP moment. Why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic? I hate those fucking rats. They could just easily do a 2-hit combo on you and poison you instantly. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Fuck, fuck, fuck. All I'll say is that you'll know you're going the right way when you find some annoying dog enemies. Alrighty. I will be on the lookout for those. How far am I into the game, would you say? How far am I right now? Would you say like halfway, under halfway, over? How far am I? If I've only rang one bell. Not far at all? Oh, that doesn't help. That's discouraging. I was hoping this was gonna be one of those games that was technically short, but feels long because of how difficult it is. You know, because the difficulty compensates for the fact of how short the game is. I was hoping the game would be relatively short. Oh man, that doesn't help at all. That's very discouraging. Oh boy. Man. And I still gotta play the other two, man. I gotta play Dark Souls 2 and 3. I gotta catch up with my bro. Man, Dark Souls 1 is gonna put me through the fucking ringer. This game series is gonna fucking put me under, man. I also assumed that because the game is like 7 gigabytes, and that's pretty small. All things considered, that is pretty small. So I was like, oh, if it's only that big, I'm assuming the game's not that long, right? I'm only 15-20% through? Fuck. Fuck, man. I mean, I guess that makes sense, because I've only just started using things like arrows and learning how to reinforce weapons and shit. I've only found one blacksmith, so I guess that makes sense that I'm not too far. Just, goddamn, it feels like it's taking forever because of how long you know, how often you die, how you have to grind souls in some areas. It's an illusion is what it feels like. Anyway, we're fighting the creature, aka Frankenstein. And look at that, just dead, instantly. And I think this gives us another body piece, right? Yep, we get the tooth of Vlad. And by the way, the Tomb of the Giants is mandatory, so I'm praying for you, my friend. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dude. Oh. I tried to go fight these drakes. That didn't work out so good. That didn't work out very well either. That did not go well at all. I tried to fight these drakes. There were like 4 of them. That did not go well. So I'm assuming I'm not supposed to be there either. Yep, the electric ones, they're blue. They shot electricity. I'm assuming I'm not supposed to be there either, because I could barely even kill one. Maybe I really should have... Maybe I really should be following a guide, like my bro asked me to. Bro, you should never go within... You should never be with those things. A mess... Yeah, I got cooked. I got cooked. Yeah, my bro kept insisting, he's like, man, I recommend that you use a guide. I'm like, he's... Okay, I used a guide, but the only aspect that I used a guide for was to look at what stats that I should be focusing on for my class. Because I'm using a knight. So the guide was like, oh, if you're using a knight, then just put all your points into vitality and strength and dexterity. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I didn't want the game to... I didn't want to look at a walkthrough, because I kind of wanted to go in by myself and kind of do it the hard way. Don't use a guide. Honestly, it's cryptic, but it's rewarding. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to do it. I wanted to be rewarded for exploring myself, because that's part of the appeal, you know? Just kind of doing it all by myself. And, you know, being surprised by what's coming. Unlike, if I look at a guide, you know, I'll see the title of it, and I'll see, like, an enemy's name pop up. I'm like, wait a minute, we're gonna fight that? No way! I'd rather be surprised and caught off guard. Fuck you, fucking Nova skeletons. I'd rather be caught off guard. Because that's the kind of game that it wants to be, so it kind of feels like it would be, it would go against the spirit of the game if I was looking at a guide, you know? It kind of feels like it would go against the spirit of what Dark Souls wants from me. It wants me to suffer, so I guess I'm gonna suffer. Gotta learn. Okay, can we just... Get your fucking ass in there. We got a shottle and a hammer. It looked more like a sickle, but I guess it was a shotel, or a shottle, a chatel. I don't know what those are called. A shotel, a shottle, a shotel. Ding, ding, fuck, 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 fuck. What do you think's the best one out of the three? Out of the 3 Dark Souls, which would you say is your favorite? I've been hearing a lot of people say that Dark Souls 2 is terrible, and there's like a cult following behind that specific game. There's like a cult fan base for it. But a lot of people, the consensus seems to be that not a lot of people like that one. I kind of spoiled you on the Tomb of the Giants, but that place is so stupidly cheap and poorly designed. I mean, you know what? I appreciate it, because I would rather... I'll take it. Because I figured I was going in the wrong way, and I feel like if I made it to the Tomb of the Giants, that would have been a... that would have just been a harsh reminder. That would have cemented it for me that I was in the wrong area. So you just saved me some time. You saved me some time and punishment. You're just like, hey, you're going the wrong way, buddy. Just go back. Go back. You're going the wrong way. Okay, we got another iron ball. Only played 1. I'm playing through the... Oh, okay. So you only played 1. All right. Yeah, I don't really have any experience with Souls-like games, so I'm trying to get into it now. A library card. Oh no, that's a meal ticket. You're not really an expert. Yeah, okay. Speaking of the library card, another grievance that I have with this game, which is one of the aspects that can be criticized, I do not like how when you use a library card, it takes you back to the library in the normal castle, and once you're done there, there's no way to make it back to the inverted castle quickly. You have to manually walk back here, and then warp back to whatever point you were at manually. There is no fast travel to this location. Once you go to the normal castle using the library card, you better commit to it. It better be a good-ass reason for you to go back, because you have to come all the way back here manually. I've always hated that. I don't know why I'm going back this way. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I've always hated that. But that's one of those things that I was talking about. That's one of the quote-unquote primitive aspects of Symphony of the Night that I was talking about. That yes, even though it is a good game, and even though it is a good Metroidvania, there are aspects about it that are dated, and that haven't been really that well fleshed out. That have been fixed in subsequent games. Because this was like the first of its kind. So, of course, there's going to be problems, right? But it's because of those problems that I can't sit here and say that this game is perfect. You know? It's like I always say, if there's anything in a game at all, if there's a single thing in a game that you dread, or are hesitant of, or you take qualms with, anything. If there is one single problem with a game that you have, it's not perfect. And as far as I know, every game has one. Every game has at least one problem that people can say they have. That's why I don't think there's a perfect video game out there. Because there's always a problem with something. Diamond. Oh yeah, we can sell that to the librarian and get a shit ton of money. See, look at all these enemy placements. It's just Nova Skeletons and Jackabones. Put some of those bigger, fancier enemies in here, like the Lesser Demon or something. Lesser Demon, the Hellfire Beast, the Discus Armor. Put those guys in here. Stop making me fight Jackabones. My favorite game of all time is Zelda: A Link to the Past, and that's nowhere near perfect. Yeah. I think my favorite video game of all time is, probably... It's either, yeah, like Lament of Innocence, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, and yeah, like, those games, even though I love them to death, there are things about them that are flawed. There are things in those games that I dread coming to, and I'm like, man, you gotta be in the mood to play those parts of the game. If you have to be in the mood to play certain aspects of the game, then it's not perfect. Oh my god, it's an imp, or a devil. Okay, that's an imp, okay. Oh, what's this one? Opal? Here's hoping that on the Game Awards, because it's coming on December 8th, I'm hoping that by December 8th, that we either get a Castlevania announcement or a Mortal Kombat announcement, because I think NetherRealm Studios is building up to something right now. If you've been paying attention to their social media, NetherRealm Studios and Ed Boon are teasing stuff. They're doing like this weird 30th anniversary thing on their social media where they keep posting like historical facts about their old games. Like, oh, on this day, this game came out. Shaolin Monks, Deception, Armageddon. They keep making these historic posts about like these old games. And I'm like, man, you guys are building up to something, aren't you? And I'm hoping that it's a remaster, like a collection. Like a PS2 collection where we can play Deadly Alliance, Shaolin Monks, Deception, Armageddon. That'd be so dope, dude. I would love to go back to Deception again. Oh, I didn't even realize I had other cloaks to pick from. Oh, I'm gonna wear this royal cloak. Give me that blue and green action. Hell yeah, looks nice. That neon red was getting ugly anyway. Do I need a different mail? Yes, walk armor. I think I'll keep the spike breaker for now. Okay, yeah. Alright, can we stop getting fucked up by the Allura Un, please? Got all these different health items I can use right now. 25? Ugh, go fuck yourself. Dim sum? 30? God. There, just use a high potion. Okay. Use a shield. Oh. I mean, I don't want to use a shield though, and I never use shields in this game. I never use a shield in this game. I've never found it to be practical for anything. But I guess for this time it is going to be practical. I just never fucking use it. It's kind of the same thing with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I just never use my fucking shield for anything. There we go. Oh my god, we did it. We played the game. Yeah, I never found, like, more times than not, my left hand is empty. And I'm just rocking a sword. I never use a shield for anything because enemies just break through it. I guess the only use it has is for projectiles, but like if I, like right here, right? If I try to use a shield and I touch them, it knocks it away. So you can't touch enemies while using a shield. So that doesn't work. And that doesn't work. So I was just like, okay, I guess I'm never just gonna use a shield then, fuck it. You see where I'm coming from? That's kind of why I never bothered using one, because it doesn't work for every projectile, and touching enemies still knocks it away, so I guess it's really only useful for, like, tiny projectiles, so I never found a use for it. Oh my god, another one of you. Ugh, stop it. Alright, let's go up here. Yeah, we're gonna go down to the catacombs. Or should I say up? I always use it. Oh, it's the Gaibons. This section reminds me a lot of the, what is it called? The mines? It's the mine area from Dawn of Sorrow, when you get to the very end. It looks exactly like this, where the mine is like a vertical shaft that has a bunch of Gaibons in it. You know what I'm talking about if you played it. Yeah, the death. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's death as a boss. Yeah, yeah, they both do. Yeah, both of them have death as a boss. Speaking of death, speaking of which, I need to say something real quick. I want you to take notice of something, right? Now, remember at the beginning of the game where we had that brief cutscene with death? I only noticed this just recently, okay? In the beginning of the game, Death is depicted having blue, like a blue robe with the checkered pattern on his lining, right? He has a blue cloak. For some reason, when you come to his boss fight right here, he looks totally different. Yeah, he's got a bigger purple cloak this time, and he doesn't even look like his artwork anymore. I don't know why they did that.
Not while there is breath in my body.
Then, for the Master, I'll feast on your soul this night.
Yeah, so Death looks a little different. Don't know why. I posed this question to a Castlevania group of mine and asked them about this. And their answer was that maybe the reason why he looks like that is because they used his bloodletting design from that canceled Castlevania bloodletting game, and they used it for this game. And they just didn't bother to animate and make a moveset for blue Death, so they just used the one from bloodletting. At least that's what the speculation is. Which I guess that's fair. It's just weird, though. Because, like, I know Death is a shapeshifter. Like, if you want to use in-universe explanations, you could just say that he's a shapeshifter, but it's like, but why, though? We know he's a shapeshifter, but why that? Why would he... What practical use is there in changing your appearance? If you're... Because all he did was change his robe. That's all it was. He didn't change forms or anything. He didn't change into a human like Zed. Yeah. Yami Kojima didn't draw that design, so it's like... I don't know. I don't know what the process was for that design of Death. Maybe they had different people on for cutscenes and different people for boss fights. I have no clue what was going on there. Maybe they really were just cutting corners. Oh my god, Max. Also, I like how I totally neglected to get the Chrysogrim, because I just don't want to keep grinding for that anymore. I think we're pretty overpowered. I think we'll be fine. Maybe. We already got the Fist of Tulkas, so I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, bitch. Oh my gosh, the witch. It's the, or I'm sorry, the Salome. This is one of the characters that I had to draw for the Castlevania fighter. It is publicly known that the team had to cut some corners due to not having much time to work on the game. You're gonna fight Galamoth now? Yep. I'm gonna just rip off the band-aid and fight him now. Just gonna rip off the band-aid. Just gonna rip off the band-aid. Just gonna rip off the band-aid. Oh my god, witches. It's the frozen half, which I've also drawn for Castlevania Fighter. Oh, it's gonna be hard this early. Let's see. I could oh man, you're right. I wish I had the Alucard sword, because then I could just spam that over and over again. Alright, I have the Spike Breaker. I wish I had the Chrysogrim, because I could spam that too. But I just stopped grinding for it, because I'm an idiot. I'm a masochist who likes to make everything harder on myself. I mean, what level am I? I'm level 40? Maybe I can do it. I'm level 40. I think maybe I can do it at level 40. If I'm not getting fucked up by witches constantly. Maybe. Galamoth for me kind of sucks, but who knows, maybe just a skill issue. Skill issue. Did you know this weird trivia that from Frozen Half are Galamoth's transgender ones? What? I've heard about Frozen Halves being trans, I've heard about that. Are Galamoth's transgender #1 soldiers? Why are they Galamoth's #1 soldiers? Or is that just part of the joke? Because I was aware of the transgender part. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, alright. I guess Galamoth is just really progressive, which is, I mean, he is from the future. He's like from, what is he, like 3,000 years? I forgot the exact date. Was it 10,000? He's from 10,000 years in the future, isn't he? Maybe he really is just progressive as fuck. And he's just really with the times. Galamoth is a fucking trans icon. That's funny. Why do the cats still hurt you? That's lame. I hate how the cats still hurt you. Who's the father of the Frozen Half, though? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Rahab? Like the one behind the ice blade? Rahab's Frost? Give me that green tea. Only 20 health. 20 HP, that's outrageous. Oh my god. Dude, the bouncing skulls, please. Okay, stop. By the way, the Alucard sword is back down in the abandoned pit. Abandoned pit? Abandoned pit? I was wondering where that was, because I was intending to get it, but I totally forgot where it was. The abandoned pit. You talking about? God, these bats are fucking me up. Oh, where I just yeah, okay. I was wondering why that sounded familiar. Yeah, let me go back there real quick. Because if I'm gonna fight Galamoth, I'm gonna need that sword. I'm gonna need that sword really bad. God, stop fucking around with me. Alucard sword is pretty great. Check all the rooms. Oh, now you want to heal me, Donald. Now you want to fucking heal me. Alright, so we're back in the abandoned pit again. Yeah, so we didn't check every room, we're just kind of fucking around. Oh my god, I need to hit a save point. Oh, it's right fucking here. It's right in front of me. Question, do you know Touhou? So what's your feeling on it? I'm aware of it. It looks corny. It looks very corny, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like a Kaizo space shooter. It's like if you played like Gradius or something and played it as like a Kaizo game. Where you just dodge shit. It's like you're just dodging an endless barrage of just energy. Just lasers and balls and beams, you're just dodging an endless barrage of bullshit. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I like those types of games, honestly. I don't know if I like those. But I say this also not having played any of them, so... What do I know? What do I know? But anyway, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I plan on doing to Galamoth when we get there. Because if you do this, you're invincible during this animation. So I'm just going to keep abusing that. But it's good that we have our good sword back. We need to find a save point, deadass. Corny, yes, extremely so, but difficulty-wise, it's an introduction to the genre. I just don't think it's gonna be my cup of tea. It already took me a very long time to even get used to Dark Souls. To even want to even dabble into Dark Souls. I don't even think I'm gonna like Touhou. I'm also aware that one of the Touhou games, like the cover artwork, is like blatantly inspired by Ayami Kojima. I can clearly tell that it's a reference to Lament of Innocence's artwork, and somewhat Curse of Darkness. I can really tell. Oh, good, save room. Yes, yo, base to Touhou. I don't know what Touhou's all about because I've never played it. All I know is that it's really hard. Just like Dark Souls, you know? Let me see here. Alright, let's try this. Let's just say Touhou's difficulty is deceiving. Also, are you referring to Touhouvania and their redesign? I don't know what any of that is. I don't know the difference between Touhouvania and normal Touhou. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just saying Touhou as a broad term. I'm just saying that I'm aware that there's a Touhou game that has artwork that looks like it's Castlevania inspired. Matter of fact, I think there's a few of them. If they really had Ayami Kojima's inspired artwork, then it's Uber-based. I literally know nothing about it. Oh, look at that. Can we do it again? Yes! Twice. We did it twice. Nice. I love doing that. Normal Toho is the one where you get all goofy ass art, very anime art style, while the Toho-vanias is where the Castlevania stuff comes. Okay. I mean, I figured. Okay, we go down here. Grab the attack potion. Shield potions. Potions that I'll never use. I'm sure. Oh, what is this? Is this the Necklace of J? Yeah. Is that good at this point? It's good for defense, but nothing else. Also, I think what J means, I think Necklace of J stands for Necklace of Juiced. Juiced Belmont. This might be Juiced's necklace. I don't even think he wore one in the game. I don't even think Juiced wore a necklace, as a matter of fact. But since this game takes place after Harmony of Dissonance, you can imply that this is necklace belongs to Juiced. Well, it says... Well, I know he didn't exist back then, at the time. I know he didn't exist when this game came out, but... this game takes place after the events of that game, so if you wanted to headcanon it... Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, from an in-universe explanation, because in-universe, this game takes place after that game. So if you wanted to headcanon say, oh, Necklace of J, there's only one other character whose name starts with J, and that's Juiced, you know. What's going on, Rushman 200? Welcome to the stream. We're about to fight Galamoth, I think. Yep, we got a save point right here. We're gonna fight Galamoth. And it should be easy, because we just got the Alucard sword, and we're gonna cheese him. Not too sure of that at all. Maybe it's a reference to real-life artifacts, some Bible of sorts. I don't know. I don't know. What am I talking about? What do I know, right? Alright, Galamoth. You son of a bitch. You fucking... Ah! Yep, just gonna sit here and spam this. The Chrysogrim disables XP gain? No it doesn't. It doesn't disable the XP gain. You can level up with the Chrysogrim equipped. That's how I've literally done that before. I've taken the Chrysogrim, yeah. You can, I took the Chrysogrim, and you can go toward the center of the castle, and you can grind on those, the god armors. And you can just keep, grinding them and get hella XP from them. It's easier with the Chrysogrim, but yeah, it doesn't disable XP. That'd be crazy if it did. I mean, I guess it'd be a fair trade-off, because it's the most OP weapon in the game. I guess it'd be a fair trade, but no, it doesn't do that. You still get XP. Been working out a deck that caught my eye in Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. Thought I have a test with in current iteration last night. Oh, so you play Yu-Gi-Oh, huh? God, you gotta be frame perfect with this. Ah, goddammit. Just die already. I remember when the Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, we got him! One shot, one try, we did it. And we didn't even have to use the shield rod. But we still had to use a cheese method, regardless, but whatever. We did it. But yeah, that was a optional boss. You do not have to fight him. Because he does not possess a body part of Dracula. You do not have to fight him. It's just for bragging rights. But it was worth it. But I remember when the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Died, I made it an effort to try to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Well, no, not again, to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I've never really been into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that. I bought the Yu-Gi-Oh! I bought Yugi's deck, you know, the fancy gold box that gave you, like, 3 different decks of Yugi's. Who plays Galamoth the normal way? Galamoth was just too tanky. Yeah. I don't know why I'm bothering trying to get all the map uncovered in this area when I'm not trying to 100% the goddamn game. Let's see, we've only got 2 pieces, so we gotta fight 3 more bosses. I think one of them is Medusa. Let's see, we gotta fight Medusa. Wait, did we already get... Hold on, did we get one from Death? I thought we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We got the eye. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We got the Eye of Vlad. So we got 3. And they give you stat boosts also. They give you strength boost, intelligence, luck. So we only need 2. Okay, so we gotta fight Medusa, and then who else was there? I think Medusa... Beelzebub. There we go. I don't know why I was drawing a blank. Beelzebub. That's right. We gotta go back toward the beginning now. And we get another diamond. Hooray.
Hooray! We got ourselves a diamond. Hooray! I found out how to cheese the game. I defeated Galamoth and I'm the best Symphony of the Night player.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get the fuck out of this place. This nasty green and blue. This fucking Mountain Dew Baja Blast bullshit. Just want to beat this game, get it out of the way so that I can stream, what should I stream next? I was debating on doing Rondo of Blood next. Because, I mean, I might as well. Frankly, I should have done Rondo of Blood before this, thematically. But I figure Symphony of the Night would be better. I'll probably do Rondo after this. Fuck, 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 fuck. Also, I just noticed something, because as I'm drawing, because I draw a lot, right? When I draw, I tend to put on these Castlevania soundtracks often. I noticed something. This track, the track that we're listening to right now, it seems like from what I'm hearing, the in-game version of this song adds 1 extra note before the end of the loop. Whereas in the soundtrack version, it doesn't. It has like a brief moment of silence before it continues the loop, but this one doesn't have that. This one adds another note to the loop, and it doesn't have a brief moment of silence before it loops around. Just something that I've noticed, just pointing it out. Because I got a keen ear like that. I got a keen listening ear. Alright, where are we going? Alright, so we want to... I think there's a warp room down here? Yeah, I think that's what that is. Stop getting fucked up by these hentai tentacles, man. Rondo sounds good to me. Yeah, yep. Think that's what I'm gonna do next. Alright, so... no, we're not gonna leave. We're not leaving. The warp room's nice, but we don't need that right now. We're gonna backtrack. Because we're right here. We can just go back up. Have you ever played the Saturn version? Someone actually asked me that last stream, and my answer was no, I haven't. I haven't got a chance to play the Saturn version. I'd like to. I'd like to see what that version's like, but no, I've never played that version. I'm curious to see what those extra areas are like, but as far as I'm concerned, like, the reason why they haven't really ported that version to anything is because Igarashi specifically said that, that wasn't his vision of the game, so he doesn't like it. Like, he detests that version, because it's not his version of the game. The human face tree is sad now, yeah. And that is a cool enemy too. I wish that was in this game. That enemy type looks pretty cool. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here and go find the rest of the remaining Dracula pieces, so we can fight Dracul. Also, something to point out. Another reason why I'm glad we're not 100%ing the game is because, in this area, specifically, there are spots of the map that can't be uncovered unless you do this. Hold on, let me, is it the L button? Yeah, it's the L button, alright. You can tell me the new areas were quite sloppy implemented, but it's still cool. So, this map, you can try your damn hardest to complete all the squares on here, but you need to take advantage of the wolf form, and for some reason I don't have the scuba gear. I don't know why I forgot to grab that. Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I know where it is, it totally just skipped past my mind to grab it. Luckily, it's not required. We don't have to go through the water, but it's whatever. It's whatever. It's just a whole bunch of whatever. It's a bunch of fucking whatever. I don't need that fucking scuba gear anyway, 'cause I'm just gonna rush through this game. But, now, back to what I was saying about that wolf form. You would have to use the wolf form underwater, and then press triangle to doggy paddle upwards and cling to the ceiling to uncover those missing boxes on the map. It is very redundant and very stupid. But you gotta do it if you want that 100%. It is very dumb. Fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh, I didn't need that. Alright. Whenever I play this, I have to 100% it, as tedious as it may sound. My cousin is the same way with Mario 64. I feel like I'm like that when I play Crash 2. Whenever I play Crash Bandicoot 2, I always feel the need to 100% it whenever I play. Me, when it comes to these games, I feel like since I've already 100% them numerous times, I'm just kind of like, I've already done it a bunch of times, I don't need to do it anymore. Oh yeah, another thing that's been on my mind is going back and replaying Bloodstained anew to see how drastically my thoughts have changed. I still haven't played Bloodstained, by the way. Because going back on my previous statement that I made before, people tend to make this assumption about me that just because I'm such a huge hardcore Castlevania nut, that must mean that I seem to care about Metroidvanias, period. That I'm always on the lookout for a new Metroidvania and that I play them constantly. But that's not the case. And I frankly didn't really care about Bloodstained. It's not on my radar. even though it is made by Koji Igarashi, and it's supposed to be like a spiritual successor to Castlevania, I don't really care. Because it's not Castlevania. It's a different IP, it's a different story, it's a different setting, different characters. Like, I love Castlevania because it's Castlevania. I don't love Castlevania because it's a Metroidvania series. I don't love Castlevania because it was made by Koji Igarashi. Right? It's a big culmination of many things that make it the perfect franchise to me. Ayami Kojima's artwork, the music compositions by Michiru Yamane, the storyline that revolves around the Belmonts and Dracula, the aesthetic of, you know, the gothic scenery and the castle and whatnot, fighting monsters from all kinds of mythologies and horror icons. It's just all that combined that make it just this apex of a franchise that you can't get anywhere else. So it's like, oh, you want me to play Bloodstained? Well, you're also taking away a lot of the things that Castlevania had that it doesn't. It doesn't have Ayami Kojima's artwork. I don't even think it has... Does Michiru Yamane do the music for that game? I don't remember who does the music for that game. I'm well aware of that, and I have no intention on changing your mind on it. I mean, I don't mind people trying to change my mind on it. I'm just saying that a lot of people just were like, oh, you should play Bloodstained. Oh, man, you haven't played Bloodstained yet? Man, you need to play Bloodstained. I'm surprised you haven't. It's like, yeah, I know it's surprising, but now you know. It's just, I don't really care. I just don't really care. Unless it is specifically called Castlevania, I don't really care about it, honestly. Yeah, she did. Okay, so she did do the music. I mean, that's neat. That's cool that she did do the music. But again, it is still... Like, Ayami Kojima did a poster for the game. She did do artwork for it. Like, a poster, but she's not the primary artist for the game. She's not the artist for the game, though. She did one poster for it, and that was it. And it's like, it's just... It's trying to be a spiritual successor to Castlevania, so it might have similarities to it. But I don't know, it's just, it's not... At the end of the day, it's not Castlevania, right? Like, it's Castlevania in spirit, if you want to say it like that. It's Castlevania in spirit, but it objectively is not Castlevania. That's why I don't really have it on my priority list to play it. And plus, the other thing about it too is that one of the biggest draws for Castlevania to me is the whip combat. That was what got me into this franchise to begin with. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of missing that. I feel like that's something that's really misunderstood nowadays, because I feel like Symphony of the Night has kind of twisted the formula a bit to make it to where every Castlevania or Metroidvania has to involve, like, swords and shit. And nowadays, it's like, whips are just kind of like second thought. They're just secondary. And as far as I know, Bloodstained doesn't really have a focus on whip-based gameplay. It's swordplay. It's Symphony of the Night. Says, understandable. While Bloodstained can never truly replace Castlevania, it's best to see it more as its own thing. I mean, yeah, it's just... I was just explaining why people think that I should play Bloodstained, because they're like, oh, you're a Castlevania fan. You'll love Bloodstained. It's like, yeah, but you're missing the point, though. I do it, and I love it as a Castlevania-like experience. Do people only focus on Castlevania for its sword and the whip, man? Well, yeah, because you gotta remember, there's a lot of people out there. There's a big chunk of the fandom that's mostly only played Symphony of the Night and the Metroidvanias. I've met a few people out there who don't want to touch the classic games because they think that they're cheap and rigged. That they're unplayable because they're too stiff. And that's stupid. In Curse of the Moon, the 2D Bloodstained Maria uses a whip as her weapon. Oh, okay, well there you go. Okay, where are we at right now? I think, okay, we should be getting close to, yeah, we're getting close to Beelzebub. Getting close to Beelzebub. Oh, look at that. Some new enemies for once. Oh my god. No more Jackabones? Finally, some fucking variety. Well, I say 2D Bloodstain, but I mean the games in the Classicvania style. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the... You're talking about the Bloodstain games that are actively trying to look like NES games. I know what you're talking about. Alright, so we go down here, and we got a whole bunch of... Oh. When Alucard took center stage, the Belmont started taking a back seat. Netflixvania didn't help matters. I missed it, yeah. Like, the series is supposed to be about the Belmonts. It's about them. But it's like Symphony of the Night just kind of took over it and, like... It's like, like, you guys are kind of missing the point now. Whip-based gameplay is where the heart of the series is at. That's what it's about. To take that away, you just have another generic platformer. You just have another generic platformer hack and slash game with a sword user. And I just don't like that. Whips are what made this shit so unique and satisfying to play. I don't want to just play another Metroidvania game with swords in it. I just don't. Because I've played a million of them. They're everywhere in the indie game market. They are everywhere. A lot of indie games really love Symphony of the Night. They love this game. They love Metroidvanias. They love this design philosophy. They love this gameplay formula. I played a million of them. That's also why I don't really care about Bloodstained, is because I feel like I'm just playing another goddamn Metroidvania. I'm not trying to be hostile toward it, it's just like, man, you understand my frustration with it. If Koji Igarashi designed a game that was more of a callback to the Belmonts, maybe I would play it. But I just don't want to play another Metroidvania game that has swords in it. I just... Ah, thank you, Fairy, for getting rid of the curse. Where are we at right now? Okay, we're getting close. Matter of fact, we're close right now. Beelzebub, buddy. Circle of the Moon and the N64 games were seriously overlooked. Yeah, they were. So Castlevania 64 is my favorite one, personally. It was my first Castlevania game, too. Cut your legs off, bitch. Peter, I'm handicapped. I can't... I don't know if any of you guys saw that video that I posted. That stupid fucking edit of Chris, get the cattle prod. In an upcoming Metroidvania, and the one I'm looking most forward to, Crow's Horn, the protag uses a scythe and guns, if it's any consolation. Yeah, I like to see when they're using a different style of weapon, for once. If they're using a different style of weapon in combat, then yeah, then I'm more keen on trying it out. But if it's just another Symphony of the Night clone, I really don't care. I really don't fucking care about it. Do people still find the N64 game still hate the N64 game despite its unanimous praise and favoritism? It seems like nowadays it's getting a better reputation. I know like a month or so ago there was a new video posted by a popular YouTuber that shed some light on the game and said that like the title of the video was called "Why Everyone Was Wrong About Castlevania 64." in which he basically went over all the criticisms that the game got and why a lot of people are being hypocritical towards it, because there's a lot of hypocritical criticisms with that game that don't add up. Like here's like one of the worst criticisms with that game is that the camera sucks. No, it doesn't. I would say that the camera in that game is pretty okay, all things considered. Especially considering that this is around the time when cameras in video games were pretty dog shit. There were worse games out there with way worse cameras than that. I don't really think there was even that many points in Castlevania 64 where the camera got in the way. There's not that many points where it gets in the way like that. It's not even broken or janky either. It usually follows you pretty smoothly. I don't think the camera's that bad. Like I said, there's way worse cameras out there in other games at the time. They also say that there's no music in the game, despite it having a whole soundtrack, which I have. I have the soundtrack, and it sounds awesome. I praise the soundtrack because it sounds darker. It's more melancholic, it's more somber, it's darker, it's slower. I like that. It's a nice change of pace for the series, and it complements the atmosphere that the game is going for. Castlevania 64 is the only Castlevania game in the series that's genuinely scared me. Granted, I was a little kid at the time, but even then, I would still say even today, the game can creep you out at some points, because there are some creepy moments in the game. Castlevania doesn't have a lot of that. And the reason for that is because a lot of Castlevania games tend to focus on action. And that's not bad. You know, Castlevania's always been about action, but I'm saying it's a nice change of pace to have a Castlevania game that it actually, like, focuses on horror for once, and actually tries to take itself a little bit more seriously, which I think it does a good job of. And I don't think it helps that a lot of, you know, because back then, yeah, you had all these internet reviewers like JonTron and AVGN putting stink on the game because, you know, that's their job. They're supposed to be angry about it. They're supposed to be vitriolic about it, and they're supposed to make fun of it for views. You know, oh, it's the first 3D game in the series, therefore it's bad. Oh, it hasn't aged well, it's bad, don't play it. It's the worst game in the series. No. If you seriously think that Castlevania 64 is the worst game in the series, then you haven't played Order of Shadows. You probably haven't played Judgment either. Yeah. Perhaps they said that it doesn't have a soundtrack because... No, I think the reason why they say it doesn't have a soundtrack is because when you start the game, there is no music. And they're right about that. When you start the game, there is no music. Judgment's a guilty pleasure of mine. It is for me too. I do like Judgment. I do like Judgment. I remember putting in a lot of hours into that game when I was younger. So I do like it for all intents and purposes, but I'm just saying, I was just shitting around. But no, the reason why they say that the game has no music is because, yeah, when you start off the game in the first area, there is no music in the first level of the game. The Forest of Silence, there is no music. And there is no music for a while. But when you actually make it into the castle area, there's tons of it. There's tons of music. There's music for the rest of the game. Dawn of Sorrow, the N64 games, I guess that's it. The songs are made to complement the environment and be a little toned back. Yeah, I like when Castlevania has more slow and somber, melancholic songs. I like when they do that. Not every song has to be upbeat and energetic and epic. It doesn't always have to be like that. Like, we're not playing Doom, you guys. We're not playing some high-octane hack-and-slash shoot-'em-up game. But it's just Castlevania. It's an exploration game. We're exploring. We're exploring a big, massive castle. Have some fun with it. Have some variety. You can have some areas that have high-energy music, and you can have some areas that have slower music to it. It doesn't have to be high energy all the time. Alright, what am I doing right now? I'm like going in circles. Trying to get past these fucking imps. I'm trying to just get up here, please. No, I was so close. fuck that. I'm not going up there. I know JonTron said he likes Judgment Trevor over Curse of Dark. He said that? I didn't even know he was into Castlevania like that. I guess I would have to agree that Judgment Trevor is slightly better than Curse of Darkness Trevor. I've always thought Curse of Darkness Trevor was a little bit abrasive. A little bit dickish, I always thought. Even though he's supposed to be a hero, I always thought that Curse of Darkness Trevor was a little bit abrasive. So I do kind of agree with that. Man. Come on, where's that one last boss at? Where's that Medusa at? Where's Medusa? Where you at? Aria of Sorrow and Harmony of Dissonance. Most of the songs over there is more like traditional and have supported the environment. A criticism aimed at Super 4 is that it goes more for the atmospheric sound, which doesn't really make for the memorable music. Yeah. My issue with Castlevania 4 is the lack of challenge. The game just feels really boring, honestly. I know I'm in the minority on that. I know I'm in the minority when I say that I don't think Castlevania 4 is all that great. I don't think it is. I don't think Castlevania 4 is that fun. I think the lack of enemy placements is boring. There's way too much time in that game where you're just walking around dead space. It's just dead air for most of the game, where you're just walking and not killing anything. And then when they do put enemies on screen, they're super easy to kill. Because they give you omnidirectional whipping. And frankly, I think omnidirectional whipping defeats the purpose of a Castlevania game, and I think that gets rid of the challenge, and therefore gets rid of any appeal that you would get from playing it. Because then you're just having a power trip, and then you don't, there's no sense of challenge anywhere. The only challenge that you get from that game is the platforming and the bosses. Everything else is a cakewalk. We gotta go back, by the way. Oh, look at that level up. What level? We're like 46? Damn, bitch. Same for me. I think Castlevania 4 is a little too boring and easy to beat up, but who knows, a lot of people like it. It might have been phenomenal at the time. I'm sure a lot of people flipped their shit when it came out at the time, because it was definitely different. It was definitely an upgrade from everything else they've seen so far. But going back and playing it now, after having played every other Castlevania game in the series, I just think it's boring. I just think it's incredibly boring. It's not a bad game, it's just, I just think it's just boring. There's been many times where I turn on the game, and I'm like, I make it past like 1 or 2 stages, and I'm like, man, I just don't want to play this anymore. I just lose all motivation to keep playing as soon as I make it like past 1 or 2 stages. I thought Castlevania 4 was pretty hard. You do so. I mean, yeah, if you're not used to classic Vanias, then it might be pretty difficult. But as someone who plays classic Vanias a lot, then yeah, like, if you play Castlevania 3 back to back with Castlevania 4, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this is piss man easy. Well, okay, so you don't even really have to be good at it to understand that objectively it's an easier game, because I'll give you an example, right? Typically in a Castlevania game you have a scenario, right? You have a scenario where, like, let's say there's a platform right above me, right? There's a platform right above me, and there's a skeleton up there. Eventually I'm gonna have to make it up to that platform, and eventually I'm gonna have to fight him somehow without fucking myself over, right? Okay, let's say there's a skeleton right up here, okay? Let's pretend I have a whip, right? Eventually, I'm gonna have to hop up here and fight him. In these older games, I would only be able to whip in front of me, straight. Which means that no matter what, I would have to come up here, and I would have to face him. In Castlevania 4, however, you can just jump right below him and hit him from underneath. You can just hit him from underneath the platform, no challenge at all. There you go. Problem solved. You don't even have to face him. That's most of the problem that comes with Castlevania 4. Or on Bloodlines, where you just have to jump in everywhere you can and just whip him above you. Bloodlines goes halfway with the omnidirectional whipping. They kind of do like a Y pattern thing. Because you can't whip in all 8 directions. You can only whip diagonally upwards and then straight down. Like a Y shape. I don't know why they did it like that. They only let you whip in like a Y shape. But no, Castlevania 4 gives you full control. And I feel like giving the player full control in a Castlevania game like that really does take away a lot of the challenge. And thus makes the game boring. Oh my god. And I'm not trying to invalidate anybody that says that they like it, because, I mean, again, it's just a Castlevania game, and, like, more power to you. I'm just saying that me personally, I don't find myself thinking that it's all that fun. And I certainly can't call it the best Castlevania game of all time, or even the best Classicvania either. I just can't say that. There are much better Castlevania games than that. Perhaps so that they have more scenarios in which they put you through. Maybe things get easier for other characters, or it can be managed that they know it. Man, how come I got a feeling that when we make it to Dracula, we're gonna just tear through him? Dracula's already a pathetically easy boss. I just know that once we get to him, we're just gonna cream him. I just know it. We're gonna cream through Dracula like nobody's business. I bet we're gonna be like level 50 by the time we get there anyway. Get your ass back here. Alright. Use the cross. That thing takes a lot of hearts to use. Like, it takes so many hearts to use that for the longest time, I just thought that you straight up couldn't use it because of how many fucking hearts it took. Just melts through them. I mean, I can melt through them right now. I can just melt through them right now with my sword. I'd probably kill him in like 10 hits if I wanted. Depends if you're gonna use the Chrysogrim. Yeah, like, you'll see what I'm talking about. No matter what, Dracula is an easy fight. No matter what way you slice it, that fight is pathetically easy. No matter what weapon you're using, that fight is just dog water. And it's crazy because not a lot of people talk about this, but as iconic as this game is, I would say that this game has like the weakest Dracula fight. He doesn't have any other forms. He's easy to beat. It's just... And the music isn't that great either. It's not even that epic. It just kind of... The Dracula fight just kind of feels like it's there, you know? It just kind of happens. I just feel like this Dracula fight is just kind of meh. Symphony is way too... Oh, what's going on, El Dirty Fago? Welcome to the stream. Symphony is way too overrated. I've learned in recent years that overrated isn't necessarily the right word to use, because the game is worthy of praise. The word that we want to use for games like this, same thing goes for Final Fantasy VII, isn't so much that it's overrated, it's oversaturated. And when I say oversaturated, that means that it's overexposed within the fandom and everywhere else. The game gets way too much attention, right? They talk about it way too much. They promote it way too much. That's what I'm saying. I think Symphony of the Night is oversaturated. I think Final Fantasy VII is oversaturated. They're not overrated, because they're all worthwhile. They're worth the praise they get. They're good games on their own. But man, does it get fucking annoying and tiring having to listen to people compliment these games for decades, pretending like they're the only good games in the series. That is annoying. That is annoying. At least Order of Ecclesia Dracula has the honor of having him walk. Yeah, he's big in that game too. Dracula's tall as shit in that game. Hey guys, what is a man? What is a man? What is a man? LOL guys, get it? What is a man? Haha, goofy question. God, it's such a low-hanging fruit of a meme. I believe they lost interest in the late stages of this game's development. It's why it felt like a lot of the stages lacked a variety of music, yeah. It does feel like this is kind of an afterthought because there's only like, what, 2 whole pieces of music for the inverted castle? Yeah, I can tell that maybe they cut corners in some areas. Anyway, Medusa time. Showing off her cake. Look how easy that was. She barely even got an attack out. Guys, we're gonna tear through Dracula, you know this, right? She barely even got to let out an attack, and I don't even have one of the OP weapons. I'm not even cheesing her on purpose. I'm not even cheesing her. That was just me attacking with the Alucard sword. That's not cheese. That's just me being overpowered. Anyway, we got the Heart of Lad. We got all 5 pieces. Now we can get the hell out of Dodge and go fight Dracula now. Alright, let's go do this. Let's go beat the shit out of him. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I remember I interpreted this one fake fan post as people who claim to be fans of something but play most of the mainstream stuff. Yeah, I mentioned this in one of the other streams, that back in the day, before the advent of the Netflix show, the fandom only had like one thing to worry about, and that was Symphony of the Night fanboys. That's all we had to worry about. The only thing that divided the fandom was people who played Symphony of the Night and nothing else, and the people that played the rest of the games. Because that's really what it was. You either had people that actually cared about the franchise, or you had the other subset of people that have only played Symphony of the Night and nothing else, right? But nowadays, oh boy, everybody can be a Castlevania fan just by watching the show. Yep. Much simpler times. Much simpler times. Wish we can go back to that, but we can't. Now we're stuck in an age where 80% of the fandom is here because of the show, and they have these false ideas of what these characters should be like. Alright. So we want to go to the center of the castle now. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. As for the fandom, now we have the Netflix fanboys, Symphony of the Night fanboys, Netflix fanboys only for Season 1 and 2, Symphony of the Night fanboys, so a kinda a mess. In all sincerity, I hate the bloody show. Yes, Traveler is based. It's a phony fan's interpretation of what Castlevania is. I'm struggling to put my own. Yeah, Traveler, you know what I'm talking about. This guy gets it. El Dirty Fuego. They did Hector dirty in the show, Darian. I was expecting an epic fight against Isaac. We were all expecting a lot. I remember when Season 3 came out, when everybody was done dirty. Even the fans of the show didn't like Season 3. I remember when Season 4 was announced, people were so in denial about Hector that they were like, hey, who knows? Maybe in Season 4 he'll make a comeback. Maybe in Season 4 he'll become a badass like his Curse of Darkness self. Nope, that didn't happen. Nope. He didn't get redemption. He didn't get anything. He didn't get none of that. He's still a wimp. He's still a little bitch. He didn't get redemption. He didn't become a badass. He didn't get to become like his Curse of Darkness self. What are you talking about? So yeah, yeah, I think we all had high expectations, and as usual, we got let down. So all of us here are game Castlevania fans, so we obviously would hate it, but what would Netflixvania fans' opinions of us be like? They hate us. They think we're gatekeepers. And that's fine. They can call us gatekeepers all we want. And I'm proud to be a gatekeeper. You know why? I'm a gatekeeper because I'm standing at the gate trying to encourage you to come in. I'm not trying to keep you out. I'm trying to get you to come the fuck inside. That's the kind of gatekeeper I am. I'm trying to let you in. You just gotta take the first step. You gotta take the initiative to come in. I'm inviting you. I'm pleading with you. I'm inviting you in. It's up to you to take that step to come in, of your own volition. That's your choice. I'm just telling you, hey, if you want to come kick it with the rest of the cool Castlevania fans, that's your choice. All right. Ah, man, I really should have... Okay, we gotta go the hard way. Alright, whatever. Gotta go the long way. Agreed, we need gatekeepers. Yeah, dude, it's just... This is one of the worst video game adaptations I've ever seen. And just the gall of people to say that it's the best? No, dude. Most Castlevania fans, like actual Castlevania fans, hate this show. Grant Dynasty doesn't have a character and is boring. Yeah, don't even get me started on that bullshit. You tell me what kind of nonsense it is to not include a character in your show because you think their name is stupid. You think their name is stupid and you think it's unrealistic to have an inland pirate character in your show when, one, he's not a pirate. And two, you create an OC character who is an inland vampire Viking? How is that any more unrealistic than this inland pirate character that you purposely left out of your show? Like, excuse me? I don't follow the logic. I just don't. I don't... Where's the logic at? Yeah, I remember this, yeah, Greta Dynasty, or Dynasty, right? Greta Dynasty was her name? She was the female stand-in character for Grant. And the writers knew that. I've already went over this in one of my previous streams, that the writers knew... The writers knew that the fans wanted Grant in the show. They were well aware of that. When the show ended, they wrote in one of their interviews that they were aware that like every season they would get an influx of fans saying that they want Grant in the show, and they would take that into account, and they would drip in little bits of dialogue and like little tidbits of like references and nods to Grant in the show to kind of like tip you off and tease them, only to not put him in, to get a rise out of them, to get a rise out of you. And they thought it was funny. They said that they thought that was funny, to get a reaction out of people, by not putting Grant in the show. Which, in retrospect, I don't care. I'm actually glad that they didn't put him in the show now, because they spared him from being bastardized and tainted, like everyone else. Grant was the one that got away. For all I care. Here's a word for inland pirate: bandits. Just, yeah, like, bandit, thief. He's an acrobatic thief. Like, bro, he's not a fucking pirate. When is it ever mentioned that he's a pirate in-game? When is that ever indicated that he's a pirate? He doesn't have his ship. He doesn't go R. He doesn't even have an eye patch. Like, he's not a fucking pirate. Darian, they need to stop hiring those people that hate Castlevania and the mythology. They did the same thing with Witcher. Oh no, did they? I haven't seen The Witcher, and I haven't played that much of The Witcher, so I couldn't speak on it. I was curious about that adaptation. Is it that bad? Does it really not stick to the source material? Because that would suck. I figured... Because again, it was one of those series that a lot of people seem to love from a casual perspective. Because, you know, it was a Netflix series, therefore everyone fucking loved it because you don't have to play the games to love it. Right? Yeah, apparently Henry Seville was upset about it. Damn. Shit. Grant was the first person to lead any sense of rebellion. Yeah, he was. That's why he should be honored for that. And people say he's a forgettable character and that he's useless and doesn't matter, when it's like he was the first person to lead a rebellion against Dracula before the Belmont showed up. That deserves some praise. That alone deserves some fucking praise. So get out of here with that, oh, he doesn't matter shit. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, did I only get... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I have to fight the mummy. Oh, we didn't get anything from Beelzebub. Oh, we gotta go fight the mummy real quick. Okay, that's fine, because we're close to him anyway. That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're close to him. We're like literally right here anyway, so it's fine. Oh, look at all these. We got a room full of sub-weapons. Also, at least the Dynasty references actual history rather than Godbrand. Yeah. It's just, I'm tired of all the Grant slander. I'm tired of all the Dracula's Curse slander. Like saying that the game never had a story. That the game is just, it's just a stupid NES game. It never had a plot. It doesn't have a real story. Shut the fuck up, dude. Just get the fuck out of here. If you're trying to tell us that you don't know anything about the games, just tell us that you don't know anything about the games and leave. Just tell us that you don't care about the lore and that you don't know anything about Castlevania. Just be on with your business and just admit it. Because you're sounding incredibly stupid right now. I said plus with the acrobatics. Yeah. But Godbrand's a funny, drunk Viking man. Yeah, he's funny. I'm a fucking Viking. We're supposed to build boats out of things. Haha. Godbrand doesn't even stand out as his own character anyway, because, like I said, literally every other character in the show acts like him. Everyone in the show acts like Godbrand. Everyone in the show is a vulgar, profane hard-ass. Everyone is like that. Everyone is like him. Even the main heroes. Oh, look, it's a JoJo reference. Stone Mask again. And what does it say on the description? Hold on, let me read that. Ancient ceremonial stone mask. Yep. Wait, is it better? Of course it's not. Well, I mean, it gives us +4 defense? No, intelligence. Okay. But I'm not taking it. It's just a little funny JoJo reference. Sword of Hodor. Not Hodor. Not Hodor, Hodor, Hodor. It's probably dog shit, isn't it? Sword of Hodor. Yeah, 116. Yeah, no thank you. Dracula's Curse has no story. That's what the manuals provide, and that game specifically gets fleshed out. It has an intro. The game has an intro. It has that intro scrolling sequence that plays out like it's a film. It tells you the story and the basic plot summary of the game at the very start, when you boot it up. That's how you know these people have not played the fucking game. The game has an intro sequence at the very beginning. It's funny. It's really funny, dude. Don't get me started on that dialogue. Say what you will about Curse of Darkness, but you can see that they were trying to go with the dialogue. The fact that people still want the Castlevania team to do a Berserk adaptation, yeah, hell no. I don't want anything else coming from this studio. I do not want them touching anything, dude. Because all they know how to do is make raunchy bullshit. So you know damn well they're going to do the same thing with Berserk. They're just going to make it raunchy as fuck for the sake of being raunchy as fuck. You already know they're going to do that. Perhaps they were more referring to the animation team because the animation team did the direct... I mean, yeah, like, sure, the animation looks fine. The art style looks fine, sure. It's just, I don't want that studio going anywhere near them. Even if Castlevania 3 had no story, Legacy of Darkness did. They fully gave history as to what happened. Oh, Curse of Darkness, you mean. Legacy of Darkness was the one on the 64 that took place, like, way after Dracula's Curse. God help us, keep them away from Berserk. I haven't even seen Berserk, or read it. And I don't even want them to touch that either. I would feel disrespected on behalf of Berserk fans. Just don't let Netflix touch it. Just better idea. Don't let Netflix touch anything. Just don't let them touch it. It doesn't matter what studio it is. Just don't give it to Netflix. Period. I would love them to work on the Berserk, but they're from the US, so that yeah, no. Anyway, Mummy Man, let's get that last piece of Dracula so we can actually go kill him. Oh my god, she's actually healing me like a proper teammate. Powerhouse's animation is nice, but I feel a pang of fear after hearing about the Master. Yeah, it's just Masters of the Universe was a train wreck also, so I don't trust it. I really don't. After Castlevania, after Masters of the Universe, I don't want them touching anything. I don't want them fucking touching anything, dude. I don't care how good the animation is, I just don't want them anywhere near it. Which is why I'm still afraid, I'm very, very concerned about Castlevania Nocturne. I don't care if they got a new writer, I don't care. I'm still rightly afraid of what they're gonna do with it. One new writer is not going to change anything. I'm sure most of the writers are still there. They still have the same directors, by the way. Sam Dietz is still there. So most of the original team is still there. It's being made by the same studio. So that doesn't change anything. We can still expect the same quality from the original show to be present in Nocturne. I guarantee it. Darren, you've noticed that... God, man, chat's going fast today. I'm gonna have to look on my phone to look at what's... Okay, why didn't you just help us? I died. What do you want me to do? Think about my feelings. I do like that Symphony, and I added the monsters from Castlevania 1. Also, Revelations got wrecked by the fans. Yeah. I've seen the critique videos about it. I've seen plenty of critique videos about that fucking series. How about Hector and his actual girlfriend? Yeah. Yeah, no Rosalie. Rosalie doesn't even exist, so there's no reason for Curse of Darkness to happen. Yeah, just gonna casually mention that Curse of Darkness literally can't happen in Netflix's continuity. So, there is no Curse of Darkness, because Rosalie doesn't exist. Isaac becomes a good guy at the end. There's no reason for Hector to regain his powers. So, yeah, Curse of Darkness doesn't happen in that continuity, which is lame. So, yay! It's not like I had an entire prequel manga or anything. Yeah, which I own. One of the fans suggested that Rosalie should have appeared as a slave to Hector. I should meet her, but like that is dumb. That is dumb. Just. Man, you guys make some of the goofiest fucking noises. I think they're even goofier in the original version, too. The original PS1 version had some of the goofiest fucking noises. Hell, Netflixvania shouldn't even exist because Lament of Innocence never happened based on the fact that Leon had his sword in the portrait. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's just a giant mindfuck because you can tell... It's a mess. It's very disjointed, honestly. The whole series is just fucking disjointed. It's funny because Warren Ellis, the head honcho of the Netflix series, got me too. I also hate that they call the vampire killer the Morning Star. I hate that too. It's not the fucking Morning Star, it's the fucking vampire killer. Alright. We ready? We're gonna fight Dracula, here we go. Damn, we're at 2 hours already? Shit. Well, I guess it's about time. Let's do it. Let's cheese him. Let's cheese Dracula. Here we go. Same, hate that shit. They made it a separate weapon. Now they want to call Netflixvania an alternate timeline, an excuse often used to cover up the atrocious. Yeah, when people have to use that excuse that it's an alternate timeline or that, oh, you're not supposed to take it seriously, you need to. If someone is telling you that you need to pretend that it's its own thing, that generally means that it's not good. If you have to separate it from the main franchise to accept it as like being good, then I guess it's not very good now, is it? If you have to separate it from the franchise that you're associating it with, that's not good. Yeah. They skipped Simon too. Yeah, they skipped Christopher, Simon, and Juiced and went straight to Richter. Even though arguably Simon is probably the more iconic of the two. I know why they did it. I think they just wanted to get to Richter because the closer they get to Symphony of the Night, the better. I'm convinced that they just want to do a Symphony of the Night adaptation. I think that's what it is. I think they just want to get as close to a Symphony of the Night as an adaptation as they can. Vampire on the outskirts of the country has been terrorized by the civilians, but oh, humans are the real monsters.
And now you failed.
Like, they put so much focus on Alucard in Netflixvania that you literally ask yourself, why didn't they just make a Symphony of the Night adaptation? This doesn't even feel like Trevor's story. It feels like Alucard's story. So you can tell that they just wanted to make a Symphony of the Night adaptation. You can tell, dude. Also, Shaft just died. That was a boss fight. That was so casual, I didn't even have to look at the screen to talk. I didn't have to look at the screen to fight him. That was pathetic. At least Richter's got adaptation as Japan is happy. Oh wait, Japanese community is absolutely fucking fuming about this decision. Guys, humans are evil, guys. Human bad. Yeah, religion bad, guys. Humanity bad. Alright, here we go. We ready to cheese this boss? Like we just cheesed Shaft? What a pathetic boss fight. Here we go. Here we go.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
Not nearly long enough. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
Do you still side with humanity? Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
You think I would forget such a... No. But neither do I seek revenge against them.
Enough of your nonsense! Away with your humanity! Stand with me as Prince of all the world!
You will never touch this world again. In Mother's name, I swear it.
Tremble before my true form!
Alright, Dracula. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I just got something to tell you. I just wanted to tell you that, before we end this... Before we end the stream, Dracula, that you're, Oh, where are you going? I was having fun with you. Come back here. Just want to tell you, Dracula. I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something, Dracula. You're your boss fight sucks. It wasn't as fast as I would have liked, but that was still pretty fast. We beat him in under a minute. Anyway, back to chat. So they made a Wallachia Christian instead of Orthodox. I'll get back to that in a second. As much as I like the original Symphony of the Night, I'll be honest, the new voices are just as suitable in their own right. I think these voices are superior. I keep saying, the voice acting in this game is objectively better than the original because they're putting emotion into it. These are professional voice actors. These are professional voice actors. They know what they're doing. So, like, objectively speaking, this is better. Like, you can have nostalgia bias, you can, you know, have your memories and be like, oh, I loved the corniness and the campiness of the original. Yeah, that's fine, but if we're talking objectively, this is better. So, just remember to keep an overview as formal as you can. Netflixvania fans likes to be a little picky in how you type and stuff. Well, that was it. We did it. We beat Symphony of the Night. We did it. We did it, ladies and gents. We did it. We did it. We did it. We fucking did it. We did it. I was gonna start singing the Dora song, but I don't even know what the lyrics to that are because most of it's in Spanish, and I don't know what she's saying in Spanish. And I don't want to make myself sound like a fucking pleb. I'm trying to think of what, because I'm looking at something real quick about the your comment about the Orthodox thing with Wallachia.
So you made it.
Alucard, you're all right.
So you had to fight your own father? It's my fault. If I hadn't been so weak, we wouldn't be here.
Okay, so I guess from what I'm seeing, Orthodox is still like a... It's kind of like a denomination of Christianity, so it still kind of has like the same core beliefs, kind of.
But remember,
because they're called Orthodox Christians. That's what they're called. So I guess they just assumed, oh, it's basically just Christianity, so they just didn't want to make it complicated.
the blood in my
So they're just like, oh,
veins
just
is
make them
cursed.
Christian. They still believe in God,
Best for
don't
the
they?
world if I disappear.
Maybe that's what maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. I don't know the exact details of why they made them
Farewell,
fully
then.
Christian instead of Orthodox,
We'll
but
not meet again.
maybe it was just easier to go that way.
Alucard.
Well, are you going after him or not?
No, he's right.
No.
It's best this way. There's no way I could ever ease
Warren
his
Ellis
pain.
is
Maybe
an edgy
someday
atheist,
we
that's
will
why.
meet again. Who knows?
Is a
Maybe.
petty writer, better writers than
Let's
him
go.
who have torn.
Everyone's waiting
Yeah,
for
I
us.
don't like how the Netflix show kept
Yes.
pushing this
Let's get outta
stupid
here.
religion bad narrative, which completely goes against the themes of Castlevania and what it stands for. Because, again, Castlevania, at its core, is a very Christian series. There is a lot of Christian overtones in the series. And to go against that is just undermining what the series is about. Holy imagery is everywhere in these games. The main characters use things like Grand Cross. They use holy weapons in every game. Even the vampires do. Alucard is a Dhampir and he's using holy weapons. You can't sit there and tout this religion bad nonsense. Because then you just look stupid. Also, this credits music. This credits music has been replaced, as you might know, because the original PS1 version used I Am the Wind, which was a very jazzy song that included lyrics. And I like it. I like that song. I like I'm the Wind. I like True to Your Dreams from Curse of Darkness. I like songs like that. There's people that don't think it fits. People think it sounds goofy for the game. I think it's fine. But this song that you're hearing right now is called Mournful Serenade, which was specifically composed for this game. Because I'm assuming it was like licensing issues that they couldn't keep the original song. I assume that's what the problem is, because I Am the Wind doesn't even show up on the original soundtrack of this game either. So I'm assuming it had to do with licenses. Anyway, I'm trying to read the comments again about the holy magic thing. Even Dracula uses it supposedly because demonic Megiddo is stated to be holy fire. Because they want to be activists instead of a great storyteller. Yeah, it's just dumb. It's just pandering. It's pandering to a broad audience. That's what it is. I just really don't like when it's like, oh, to show that we're being really edgy, we're gonna tout that religion is bad. We're gonna make the church the bad guys. You see this priest guy right here? Yeah, he's evil. He's the new Claude Frollo from Hunchback. God, dude. It's such a tired, low-hanging fruit of a trope. It's such an easy, lazy thing to do, to make the church the bad guys. And that's also why I praise Castlevania so much, is because it actually brings glory to the name of religion, because of what the Belmonts stand for. They save the world over and over again, and they they're all Christian. They all believe in God. And that's awesome. And they don't beat it over your head either. I think the only real Castlevania game that beats it over your head with the God stuff is Castlevania 64. Because Reinhardt mentions God a lot. Reinhardt will mention prayer, he'll mention God a lot in that game. But for the most part, Castlevania doesn't really beat it over your head. It's just, hey, the heroes are Christian, there's holy imagery in the game, but it's not like they're beating it over your head. You know? It's just basic. If the Japanese did it, they wouldn't try to anger the actual fan base. I hate it when Americans do it dirty. What about the Saint Germain plot? It didn't go anywhere. I'm glad we all had agree that was a garbo and have that to connect us at least. Yeah, we can all take solace in the fact that we all hate the show together. My thoughts exactly. On another note, what's your next game for your live stream? I think I'm gonna do Rondo next. I think that's gonna be the next one. Because frankly, I should have done that first before I did this one. So I think the next one's gonna be Rondo. That one might be a short stream too. Well, a short series. That might be a 2-parter, maybe a 3-parter, maybe. I don't know, depending on how bad the game is to me. Depending on how nice the game will be to me when I play it on stream. This version, we're playing the Requiem version, which is the Dracula X Chronicles version. The TurboGrafx. The TurboGrafx version, yeah, PC Engine. Hell, the churches themselves were the primary force against Dracula's wrath in the Belmont's absence, yeah. So, people can go fuck themselves. So yeah, on that note, fuck Netflixvania and fuck Warren Ellis. Thank you for single-handedly ruining this franchise and bringing a whole slew of fans to this fandom who have actively made it worse. For the most part. I mean, I've met a good chunk of people from the fandom that came here from the show, and they're okay. But for the most part, there's just been a lot of people that came into this fandom that just don't give a fuck about the games, and that kind of bugs me. Because, like, Castlevania is a video game franchise. If you're going to be a fan of the game franchise and you don't care about the games, then what is the point? The show doesn't reflect the games either. So what are you getting out of it? What do you gain out of liking the show so much? You don't gain anything out of it. It doesn't reflect the series at all. It doesn't have anything to do with the games. It insults the games, frankly. Anyway. And while we're at it, fuck the Dietz brothers and enabling Ellis. Yep. And fuck anybody else on the writing team that disrespects the fans and chooses to block people for having any form of criticism, by the way. I've had many friends of mine on Twitter blocked by them because of just simply making a criticism and not even being hostile about it. They're just saying what they don't like about the show and they just get blocked. So fuck those people too. If only they could have done their own story, yeah. Netflixvania opened doors that should have stayed shut, yep. Darian, the point is that Alucard is a buy and hot, don't you know? Yep. Alright, guys. So, that was Symphony of the Night. I've got some things to say about it before we close out, because I like to do this whenever I finish a game. I remember when I first played this back when I played Dracula X Chronicles, because the first time I played this was back in like 2011 when I got my PSP, and I didn't know what Symphony of the Night was. I didn't even know what the game was about, because I had a very narrow understanding of what Castlevania as a franchise was about at the time. So when I played it, I was very much blind to everything. I didn't know anything about Symphony of the Night. I didn't see any gameplay. I didn't see any footage. I had no clue about what this game was about going in. I was very, very ecstatic when I played it. Yeah, 2011 was when I first played this. I was in junior high, I think. I was in junior high when I played it, and I was infatuated with this game when I first played it. I fucking loved it. This game is fantastic. The game's fun. I was absolutely floored with how the game looked, because before this, the only 2D Castlevania games that I had played was Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia and Dawn of Sorrow. So when I saw this game, I was like, man, for a PS1 game, this game looks smooth. This game's visuals look awesome as shit. I was floored. So I was like, man, this game looks amazing. So, you know, I had plenty of fun with this. I replayed it from time to time. I replay it a lot. You know, I come back to it every now and then. You know, first time playing it, there were a lot of cryptic things about it, like having to find the gold and silver rings, having to get the holy glasses to fight Richter and fight Shaft. You know, getting to the inverted castle was a pain in the ass of itself. But that was just for, like, the first time playthrough. But, like, you know, every other playthrough after that, you get the hang of it, and then you tend to like it more and more. So, as an honest rating, I would give this game an honest 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 because even though it is one of the greatest, even though it is the first Metroidvania in the series, and even though it is what innovated the franchise and paved the way for, you know, the series would become later on, like I've mentioned, the game is primitive in some areas. Pretty lackluster warp points that aren't very convenient. A shop system, which if you use a library card in the inverted castle, you have to walk all the way back to the inverted castle again if you want to go back. Bosses and weapons aren't balanced very well, I don't think. Because, like we've just mentioned, there's a lot of overpowered broken weapons in this game, and the bosses in this game are pretty easy, all things considered. I don't think the bosses were very balanced that well in conjunction with the weapons. But it's fun. The game has aged well. The game is still... it holds up nicely today. And I still replay it. I got tons of files on this game. I've 100%ed it numerous times. So I give it an honest 8 out of 10. So next time, we will be kicking it off with Rondo of Blood, which is a prequel to this. Again, I should have played that before this, but whatever. And hopefully we'll be able to beat that in a timely manner. Should be good. Hopefully we won't get our asses kicked too hard. And yeah, let me go ahead and read chat real quick. Symphony of the Night was one of the first games I ever played, with my second being Simon's Quest. Yeah, Lament of Innocence was the first game I've ever seen, and Castlevania 64 was the first game that I ever played. Well, Castlevania game I've ever played. I've said it many times, but this game failed to hook me when I tried to play it. I'm more content to watch others. Really? It didn't hook you? When did you play it? When did you first play this? Because yeah, I first played this when I was in junior high back in 2011. When did you play this? It sure hooked me. Damn, I wonder what, like, that surprises me. It didn't hook you? Oh, you got it through Requiem. Oh, so you got this recently. Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess that makes sense if you're playing it, like, recently. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. But no, this game definitely hooked me when I played it first. But yeah. Anyway, enough. I gotta stop. You know, I'm just sitting here talking in circles now. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. It was nice having you all on the stream today. Glad we were actually able to beat the game in a timely manner. He only did like 4 parts. I think we only did like 4 parts. Yeah, not bad. Granted, I didn't go out of my way to 100% the game. If I actively sat here and tried to go through all of the rooms and try to 100% the game, I think we might have stretched it to like 6 parts. It might have been like 6 streams if we did. But I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing that because I played this game a shit ton and I've 100% it numerous times. I just didn't feel like doing it again on stream. I don't know why. Anyway, next time, Rondo of Blood. I will catch you guys there. Take care.